2. Well, we're live. Fantastic. Wow. Oh, well, what can I say? Look at that guy holding the credit card. Wow. You see, it's not the point of getting your credit score up as much as you think it is. Because without that, you're not getting nothing. Nothing. But the reality is very simple. Once you get it up, what are you going to do? Problem we have is most of you, you've had that up and down show your whole life. And most of you screwed up your credit 6 times at least. And then you drag it around 3 to 5 years. Yeah. And then you do it again and again. If you don't get the rules and tools down, you're never going to change. Okay? But that's just me giving you my opinion, if that counts for anything today. I'm Ray Reynolds. Wow, the Godfather credit. Well, I built 62 million, actually billion of this. 62 billion for clients for 50 years now. Wow. I even did it for a couple of presidents of the United States of America. And their nonprofits have some fun. Even build a library. But here's the thing. Credit's a tool. You're measured by a number. Your Social Security number, maybe your SS4, tax ID, and maybe the credit score too. See, the problem you have is the knowledge you're lacking. You know everything. Do you? I don't know everything. But I do know how to get millions and billions. That's what I've done all my life. When it came to reading anywhere from 10 to 15 books a week, that's all I ever did. I wanted out of hell. I was motivated a lot. So the reality for you today, I pray to God you turn these up and you write with your hands. Why? Because that's your recording device for your brain and your eyes and ears. We're going to write down, see it, believe it, go get it. See it, believe it, go get it. So you think they're just words. I brought in my first million through corporate structure. I was 14 and a half. 14 and a half. I bought my first Lamborghini at 14 and a half at an auction. First billion at 21. 2.2, 2.6 billion at 26. 2009, 3.7 billion. It's just fun stuff for the corporation, not me. Of course, I don't have anything because I'm not dumb enough to put something on my name. Only dumb people do that, so we got to play. All right. So bottom line is in the bottom. It's this. I create all my goals. I write them down. I see it. I believe it. I go get them. I've accomplished every goal I ever had. Every goal. I got bored at 26. You know that? I thought I was going to get fat, ugly, and die. Because at 26, I got 2.6 billion of goodies. I got mansions in Havasu. Mansions in Big Bear. Mansions in Huntington Harbor. Hell, why not? But I was bored. Bored. I thought I was going to die. See, I thought when you reach all your goals and you're done, you're done. Luckily, I start helping people. Now, the next time you hear some ding-dong say, white man can't jump, there's me in 1981. Highest kick, fastest kick on planet Earth. 13 feet, by the way. Hit my head, got a gouge right there. Now, I don't know what these people do breaking these paper woods today. We used to break wood, bricks over our heads. But that's just the old days. Now, I like those goodies. You like goodies? You know, when I have an oh shit day, you know what I do? I sit in the Lamborghini and go, boom, 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 boom. It makes me feel better. Even the Ferrari does too. But you see, the reality is you watch a lot of people. You look at a lot of social media and all that motivational stuff. Wow, motivation. And then you watch this big event that's going to cost you $10,000. They're going to give you a secret. The reality is not. After you hear the third testimony, it's the same blah, blah, blah all the way, in my opinion. Today, you have a chance. You have a chance to change your life if you choose to. And if you like, I'll hold your hand 6 days a week, which I've done for almost 50 years, 6 days a week. Tomorrow, I have 5 classes live if you like to play. But then that means you have to pay attention and follow through. Now, winning the game of business, my first series I put out there for the public's use. This is 1976. Page 6, paragraph 3, cash flow for your time, financial freedom. By the way, I own the rights to that. Even the blueprint of success. Now you watch these other guys use it and I have to sue them all the time. Okay. You know, winning the game of business, when I brought in my first million to corporate structure, I was 14 and a half years old when I invented Car Finder. That was kind of fun too. But you know what, in 1976, I was 16 friggin' years old. That's right, 16. I was reading up to 15 books a week ever since I was a little kid. I wanted out of hell. I'm building my mansion in Nellyville, California at the same time. I'm having fun. But again, I was going to West Coast College at 14. Going to high school would have been a waste of my friggin' time. Today, you have a choice. This is your life. Credit, loan, and money. Write it down. Credit, loan, and money. Write it down. Write it down. Get off your assets. Credit, loan, and money. Credit, loan, and money. It takes money to get the honey. That's how it works. No money, no honey. Is the honey the car they're building or a beautiful man or woman? Depends what your honey is for you. We have old shit days. We all do. Here's our problem. You want a bunch of this. You don't even know what this is anymore. Because it's not money. It's a Federal Reserve note. It's a note. Legal tender. That's what it's called. So if we look at that old shit day, I lost my job. Now the man's going to feel like a loser. Sucks. He's looking for the job. He didn't want to really tell his spouse or anyone in his family. The following week, oh shit, I haven't found a new job. 8 months later, I can't pay the house payment, the car. Oh shit, I can't feed my kids. This is a reality of life. We all have oh shit days, weeks, months, and years. But you didn't plan the problem. That's your problem. You did not plan the problem. I can get your credit score up away to 750, no problem. I have all the credentials to do it since I helped set up the system in the first place while I was training Ken Yarbrough in 1985, 86, 87, and on and on. Today became a spear in 96. Now, all these credit repair companies, they can help you too, even though they're breaking the law. Once the score gets up and away without the rules and tools and the discipline behind it, you're going to screw it up again and again. Well, that's just you. And then what are you going to do for income? See, your problem, I believe, is the last time you drove down that busy street the other day, you saw the Wendy's restaurant on the right-hand side, you saw Jack in the Box on the left-hand side. I bought my first Jack in the Box at 19. What did you buy? See, here's your problem. You drive by the opportunity every friggin' day, and you're just going, huh? I don't get it. I like boring and steady. I like boring and steady. See, you need to take your credit cards and increase the limits without hurting the dashboards. Then you need to be analyzed. See, I don't think anybody can help you 110% unless they analyze you. And let's talk about what that really means. I've analyzed 50 million people so far in the last 50 years. It's very simple. An analyzation is looking at your 3 credit scores based on how we set up the system. The reason your dashboards all say below 30%, because I'm Ray Reynolds that set up the 25-20% rule in the first place in the 80s. Oldest card, then the 25-20% rule, period. That's how it works. Here is a 479, 155 points. Again, that's analyzation. From here, we have another one. See, it only takes, listen carefully, it only takes 90 days to rebuild someone's credit, as long as that consumer will do what they're told to do. But again, will you follow through? 163 points, 90 days from a 600 to a 763. What are we going to do? So everybody can show you these things, 635 to 828. But without the rules and tools, your problem is you're going to be guessing. And I don't think you should be guessing. You should know what the hell you're really doing. I think the world's full of a bunch of damn amateurs. I think they're doing a half-assed job, in my opinion. This is a graph. This graph is on all the dashboards. This is your heartbeat of your credit. You're playing the up and down show. Up and down, up and down. Let's crash and burn. I don't get it. I don't understand. Okay? What I don't understand is you learning how to play the game to win. And that's the ultimate goal. To me, winning the game of business is what I wrote when I was 16 in 1976. Problem with you is your lack of knowledge. Or you're highly intelligent, but no one told you about your rules and tools. All credit cards fluctuate but 2. Write it down. All credit cards fluctuate but 2. Write it down. You need to understand a sticky behind every damn credit card. That's 50,000. There's 10. I'd rather have 10 $10,000 cards than one for 50. Why? Because the limit of the cards and that 29% rule. If I max this sucker out, I can only use 29% on a credit card. If I use more than $2,900 on that card today, my score will drop. I will get stuck. I cannot get any more. I will back myself in the corner. I will hawk my house. I will hurt my wife and my kids, and I call that stupid. I'd rather shoot myself in the foot with my Glock. That's called stupid. So let's understand. All cards but two fluctuate. You need a sticky. We need to dummy proof this. We have to. Because when we do something new, we're all a bunch of dummies. I feel stupid when I do something new. I got to master it. These two don't fluctuate at all. I got them 18 years ago to do two things. Number one, all credit cards for business now for the last 18 years have the DBA, the division process on the damn application. And I'm the guy who invented division process in the first place in 85, 86. And I got these suckers to give a POT. They're unlimited, but they have a paid overtime limit up to $100,000. Is that okay? If you have an oh shit day, should you jack up these cards or these cards? If you jack these up, your score never drops. Your score never drops. So the reality is I have that oh shit day, week, month, or year. I don't have to drag it on for 3 to 6 years like most of you did. You hurt yourself because your lack of knowledge is kicking your own ass. But it's going to be up to you to listen and learn. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to follow through? See, some of you make a lot of money. And when you get sued, you're screwed. And then you drop it all down and you're older, slower, you're not as pretty as you used to be. Amazing. It's ridiculous. Every one of you need to be analyzed today. Today, not next week. See, I'm going to talk, you're going to, hey, I want to do that, I want to do that. And then all of a sudden, let me think about it. The procrastinator in you is the killer of a dream. Procrastinators kill dreams every day, which you do all the time. It's ridiculous. You need 100,000 of personal credit, period. I would like to personally build you 10 cards at 10,000 each. All right? I'd like to get you 100,000 in personal credit. I don't want you using more than 29%. That's going to be 29,000 at the most in debt. But that leaves you 71,000 of safety because it gets you through a year of oh shit. Well, 71,000 can get a family of 5 through that year, oh shit. See, bad times don't last forever. You made them last longer than they should have. That's on you. If you're wasting that $50 every other day like they say you do, it's ridiculous, $700 a month. You can rebuild your life for all the stuff you screw up every day. It's your choice. Now, we're going to talk about a corporation. And everybody's got an opinion out there. And I'll take anybody on knowledge and knowledge on any open forum. Why? God gave me a brain, an IQ of 2 or 3 with total recall on most things. And I've read every book you can think of on corporations and structure. Doesn't matter, you got PhDs and masters and all crap. Any idiot can go to school and get the tests and get the paper. Every ding dong can do that. Life teaches you life, good or bad, to kick your ass. Ads. Now let's play. You got your tablet and pen? I hope you do. As we look at you, you had a choice. Your choice was to have a division of you. What the hell are you doing? Write it down. You see, you're watching me. This is ridiculous. Write it down so your mind can record what you're going to do next. Just watch me. Take a damn picture. Hell no. You had 3 chances to try. This is SS5 equals SSN. Okay? This is SS4, because you're allowed to. You are allowed to create a line of defense for you because we the people. It's your constitutional right, the Bill of Rights. Okay? We the people. But you didn't bother to pay attention. You listen to a bunch of ding-dongs going, beep, 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 beep. That's all, folks. It's ridiculous. I've never seen so much stupid in my life, to be honest with you. But that's just my opinion. Sorry, don't take it personally. You got an LLC. Oh, goody. You got that LLC. I got an LLP, Ray. Oh, I got an S Corp. I got a C Corp. I got a nonprofit. Oh, I got basically a PC professional corp. So let's draw that line there. I don't give a damn what you have in the beginning, because the only thing I care about is filed. The file date is the birth date of that corporation. A corporation, public record, chapter 18, is a legal person. You got a paycheck, and your first paycheck. Where's my money? I got to go talk to this company. Where's my money? The IRS gets their cut first, sir. You get the leftover. Isn't that fun? Corporation don't pay any tax till there's any leftover. Let's get some debt. Let's offset the damn taxes. Let's play, which I've been teaching the world for almost 50 years to do. We're going to play my way. Is that okay? Corporations are legal what? It's a legal what? Write down legal person. You're going to do what I tell you to do, like it or not. And I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to give you a list. And every 3 weeks, I'm on the phone with you telling you what to do. And I'm going to guarantee you $10,000 a month auto income. If you really follow through, you can get $100,000, but it's up to you. I got to the point I got $1 million a day. Isn't that fun? But what do we get to do? Let's watch. Corporation is a management company. Write it down. You're going to have divisions. All right, write down division process, please. Division process. In 1984, I had a problem, okay? My problem is very simple. I got a letter in the mail. The letter says I have to pay $800 to $1,000 of a franchise tax fee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Okay, great. Let's pretend today you're going to pay attention and allow me to tell you what to do for the next 12 months, okay? The letter told me I have to pay franchise tax fee. I own all these Shakey's Pizzas. I own all these shopping centers, these condos, 31 flavor ice cream, Subway sandwiches, and donut stores. I got all these businesses that I call auto income, and now, oh shit, I have to pay $1.2 million a year. What the hell? Sacramento, what's going on here? Can I create an entity? Listen to the word entity. Please write down entity. Listen very carefully to my words. Can I create an entity under a corporation that is avoiding the franchise tax fee? You understand entity now? All right, can I create all right, they say create a form or modify one, and we'll see if we'll approve it. I got him to approve division process in 85, 86. Division. See, your Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Chase last week announced they're shutting down 14,900 locations more. They're bankrupting the debt, keeping the assets and write-off on their taxes. See, their parent companies never bring the pain home like you. You never allowed yourself to have you as the parent company with divisions. You should have a long time ago. But I guess maybe you like bringing the pain home. Maybe that's your thing. I don't know. Okay? But again, it's a choice. If we have 9 houses, because you're an expert in real estate, then I'm going to ask you what's a homestead blocker, which I invented. Oh, what's that? What's a UCC when chattel mortgage? What's that? And the assignment of mortgage, which I created in the 80s. If I have 9 houses, I've got 18 liabilities. I got 18 liabilities, 9 loans, and 9 people that can slip, fall, and sue me and screw me up. And I can lose it all. Hell no. Your banks have a line of defense. A line of defense. Your banks have a corporate umbrella. Corporate umbrella, which you could have had for you as well. So if I'm going to help you rebuild you, I need your foundation set the right way to get to millionaire status. We're going to get you $100,000 of credit. These are Wells Fargo's lines of credit for $150,000. There's $300,000 there. It's on corporation. All corporate credit doesn't show up on personal file ever unless it's a Spark card. The only card that does. These are $100,000 each. Paid over time limit, up to $1 million. These are sisters. Why? American Express will give you a card per division. All right, up to 99 divisions. That's $100 million. They'll offer that every time you log into your dashboard. Would you like 99 more cards? I think they're crazy. But that's just my opinion. So if I get you 100,000 of credit, you're going to use that to put a part of that into an investment of an auto income. Write down auto income. Your problem has been you. You're 35 to 75 years old, and almost every day you have an oh shit moment. I should have done this. Stop it. I had to eat out of a trash can. I got used and abused as a kid, and it sucks. My mommy didn't want me. She threw me in the trash can. Sucks. Mrs. Hope's a she-devil from hell. But again, this is my life. I wanted out of hell. I invested in the storage unit, my first one, when I was basically with my ex-father-in-law, Dr. Robert Soltis. I said, Bob, you want to play? You want to invest one of my properties? What we're going to do? So, no problem, Ray. My income through the corporate structure and division was $17,350. So was his. So now a corporation absorbs money, listen to the words, absorbs money, doesn't pay tax until it's profitable. Okay? And then you're going to get a paycheck the way I tell you to. We're going to make this very simple. We've seen all those lovely opinions out there. What do we get to do? You have an opportunity to not screw up again. Okay? Coming next year is my 50th year, and this is the year I only help my 40 people in my basically auto income program called the Puppet Master. The rest of the clients will be taken care of by the other people in the office, junior and senior coaches. But again, I make millionaires and billionaires. So when I incorporate rich and famous, that's fun. But again, your choice is going to be up to you. I believe what you did is you had a table meeting in the kitchen with your friends and family. And you said, honey, we're going to start a business. We're going to jack up our credit. We're going to drop our score, get stuck, can't get anymore. We're going to hawk our house and bring the pain home to you and me and being stupid. Well, that's what I believe you did. Because I think it's stupid, in my opinion. Don't take it personally, please. Never bring that damn pain home. I finally got a house. Finally got a wife, got kids. Hell no, I'm going to bring that pain home. The NACB, the National Credit Bureaus of America, certified me, signed by Cyrus Yarborough. He was security chief at TW Spear, and I'm the guy who trained him as well. I invented, or created, however you want to call it, the 29% rule that all cards under 29% are green, at 30 it's yellow, and 50 is red. You keep playing this, that's you. I think you should stop bringing the pain home. I think you should pay attention today. Okay? I think what you should do is understand. If we balance the score, we get a 750, and we never bring the pain home anymore. It's that simple. But it's a choice. If you have a collection item, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. 5 ways, and you'll need a copy of Debt Crisis Intervention. If you have an IRS problem, you need to basically understand they have a form for you called 656. That's how you put yourself back in the system without screwing up anymore. So again, the goal is to rebuild you. Okay, not just write stupid letters and not late kind of, and not mine, not late kind of crap. All I can tell you is credit repair is a fraud per the Federal Trade Commission. Federal law says it's a felony and it's against the law. They indict Daniel on the credit repair cloud, Chipmunk Face, and all these other people, they go on these little social medias, and eventually they go gone, bye, because they'll indict them. See, they're writing letters saying not late, not kind of this and that, lying. That's against the rules. You have the Credit Repair Organization Act, by the way. So maybe they can get your score up a way. That's great. Without the rules and tools and the foundation, you're going to screw up again. Your goal is never to screw up in the first place. But again, that's just me trying to tell you the truth. Google the word section 611 today. It'll come up for you on Google right away. Now, I wrote the first book out there over 35 plus years ago. They're all using my books anyway. It's called Winning the Game. Winning the Credit Game. It's right there. Take a picture, please. And if you're in the credit repair business, all right, get the book and use the forms that are in there for creditors and credit bureaus. And remember, don't say the word repair because that's against the law. It's not broken anyway. You should be rebuilding them, in my opinion. But again, it's up to you. So again, what do we do as we play the game? The only company that can do credit repair, if you want to use the word repair, is a nonprofit that has a 501c3. By the way, I have one of the oldest ones on the planet. Okay, but I don't do repair. I want to rebuild you. Now, Debt Crisis Intervention is going to give you a copy. If you make a copy and take a picture of this as well, this will give you the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. What they're allowed to do to you. Get a copy so you understand your rights and rules and tools. Very simple. You're going to sign up. Now, I'm not asking, I'm telling you, but it's up to you if you want to let me tell you what to do. If you want to get to millionaire, just do what I tell you to do. Don't think at all. You're going to register with analytical750.com. They have all three agencies. Credit Karma not only was indicted in the past, they have no funding to help you, and they only have 2 bureaus, they don't have Experian, and I think they're a piece of crap, in my opinion. They should be fired, in my opinion. You take a picture. You see, Chase is going to look at Experian. Would you like a credit card that has no interest up to 22 months personal and business? We need Experian. Simple. Take a picture, scan it, sign up today. Now, for me, I accomplished my goals. I don't have an excuse. Most people are lazy, not you, of course, and basically a lot of people have excuses. To me, it's very simple. I hit my head that night. I kicked the light out. The Guinness Book of Records guy pissed me off. Where's the wires? It's a aluminum building, dummy. He came back and said, yeah, woo. The goal is a mindset. You have to understand to see it, believe it, go get it. If I can touch it, I can kick it. Simple. If you like what you heard before and anything you ever met me before, or today, take a picture. And if you'll put a Google review, I'd appreciate that. Thank you. If you don't like me, leave me alone. As of this last year, you can sue all the people online who talk shit about you. I had 13 shitheads last year. I even offered them each $1,000 to get rid of their crap and lies. See, the devil shows up, I'll help him. I'm online 6 days a week or in person in this classroom. I got no bullshit to give you. That's one of my books too. Bullshit didn't pay your bills. But again, so I have to sue them for $100 million each. You're allowed to. 2 attorneys are being disbarred. All right, I don't like liars. See, my program, I guarantee with the $2 million bond, and I'll follow through every time, 100%. If you screw up on your screw up, do not blame somebody else. The problem is people blame other people for their screw ups. Think. There's only 38 steps to reach a goal. That's it. I mean, how hard is that? Tell me your goal, I'll give you 38 steps. It's easy. It's the easiest damn thing in the world. It's never changed. It's never changed. You have to hear something 8 times to apply knowledge to understand how to do it anyway. 8 times. Our goal is to be winning the game of business. I didn't know what to do. When you don't have a family, a mommy and a daddy, and you move 24 times at the time you're 11 and a half years old, a lot of shitty people, and you're being used and abused and nobody gives a shit about you, what do? You read, you read, you read. You hide from everybody. That's what I did. And what did I do? By the time I was 17 and a half, driving my Lamborghini at West Coast College, having my 19 houses in division process, I went to this payphone company, and they're selling payphones at $1,600 each for a route. Okay. And they say they make $300 a month. I say, I'll take 10. I took a line of credit and I bought 10. The bill's due in 45 days. Now, what happens is they all take $300 a month. That's what they make once they're installed, okay? How many months would it take to break even so I get a profit after all those pieces? So the money's coming in, I maintain the payment on the debt. That's what I did. It's a way to leverage everything you ever do. I go back to these events and people are complaining. You see, people complain about rich and famous people every day. They ought to just shut up and join them. But again, because they don't know how, they want to bitch and complain. That's typical people sometimes. So what happens is I got 22,000 payphones. It's a numbers game of 6.6 million a month. Isn't that fun? I didn't know what to call it back now. It's residual income. It's passive. Who gives a shit? All I care is the money's coming in and paying the damn bills. That's all I cared about. I'm learning as I go anyway, like you do. All right. Well, the goal is it's cash flow for your time in my book 49 years ago. I will guarantee if you do what you're told, a minimum of $5,000 to $10,000 a month the rest of your life without doing a damn thing after we close escrow on an auto income business. I'll guarantee it in writing. You got the guts? See, there's the thing. Do you have the guts to follow through? I want to get you 100,000, but that would be 9 divisions. 9 divisions. See, you're going to have an oh shit day again and again in this world. One of our tenants is going to slip, fall, and sue us and screw us up. We can disconnect, isolate, and incorporate a piece and keep the other pieces. That is what your bank does. That is what your cities do, and that's what the basically grocery stores do. So if you master your rules and tools, you'll never bring the pain home. And you will win the game of business. My first series when I was 16 friggin' years old. Everybody hated me. I'm driving a Lamborghini at 14 and a half. Must be a rich kid. Trust fund baby. I'm living in a friggin' garage. Okay, these people don't crap. They're always blah, blah, blah. My next series is simple. I wanted to create books for dummies. Because when I do something new, I feel stupid. I really do. I want to master it so I understand what I'm trying to do. But that was already taken. The Millionaires Founders Kit was born. The Millionaires Founders Kit. 12 books, one for every month you master it. After the end of 12 months, you have the foundation of $1 million corporation. Every section from credit bureaus to Dun & Bradstreet to division process, applications, everything else you have, it's in the books. That was a series that I sold. Very simple. But let's understand. When I put in there the blueprint of success, I've had to tell other people like Tony, quit using it. I own the rights to that. They love to steal someone else's shit. I don't take anything that doesn't belong to me. I create it. If not, I don't do it. So I need you to get your cell phone ready. Can you get it ready for me? See, when you drive down the busy street today and you see that Wendy's restaurant, stop at the light, turn the little mirror in front of you down and say, why the hell don't I own that? Ray's right. Ray's right. Why don't I own that? Why don't you? What's wrong with you? The other side of the street's a Jack in the Box. Why don't you get one of those? See, here's your problem. You drive by opportunity every day and you think, I can't do that. It's ridiculous. I like boring and steady. That's what I put in my books for the last 40 plus years. I want to get you $5,000, $10,000 a month to get you started. Is that okay? If you had auto income coming in, and your bills are paid, now you can free up your time the way I designed it when I was 16. Take a picture. See, that needs to be printed in color and laminated. That needs to be on your refrigerator, your desk at work, and your screensaver from your phone and your computer. You got to get possessed if you want it bad enough. To get a piece, okay, you're going to use a line of credit. A line of credit. Corporate credit, I billed you, you're going to write a check to the escrow. No one can screw you over out of anything. You get a certificate of ownership. You own a piece. All right, because you can't afford the whole. That's how you do it. But again, what do? So if we play this game, well, if you get to a point, you get to that $100,000 a month, we're going to promote you to the Puppet Master show. It's the Puppet Master Club. Set it up 40 years ago. So let's understand. My problem for me is my professor, one of them said years ago, Ray, you're paranoid. Shit, yeah, hell yeah. Aren't you? I basically, at 8.5 years old, sold seeds, clackers, and mojards door to door. I'm counting my $52. That mean woman with the red eyes, the devil's wife, grabbed my money and said, you're paying rent. What the blank? She's getting money from the state and federal government. I'm paying rent? Another shithead in my life. I've had this crap all my life. What did I do? Went back to the library, everything I had, and I found out savings bonds, I bonds, and double E bonds. Check out double E bonds. Anyway, here are 2 cards out of 21 card collection. Okay, all right, because 21's blackjack, that's why I did it that way. And then here we have 2 buildings, part of the $2.2 billion in real estate. Isn't that fun? You know what that represents? 1,013 divisions. So if one shithead wants to slip, fall, and sue me and screw me up, which you've been ripped off some of your friends and family, haven't you? We can disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and get rid of the bad piece. Because the only thing that can file bankruptcy public record is an SSN or SS4. You only get one SSN. That's why we were ducks and sheep. Meh, quack, quack, quack. But again, your choice. 1984, this form said husband, wife, and partner. Husband, wife, and partner. That was wrong. I realized in chapter 18 there was a mistake on that, 17983. I didn't know how to put the dots together till later on, until 84, 85, 86. Your corporation is going to have a division. It's going to own number 4A, your corporation's division. One of my corporations is going to be number 4. We're going to invite 2 more people, 2 more corps into the project, and they're going to be C and D. I designed it this way. So now you can afford a piece of a Wendy's restaurant, a storage unit, laundromat, car wash, okay? A dry cleaner, whatever it might need to be. Auto income. That's the goal. There's your dream. So rebuilding your credit is one thing. All right, getting on track, knowing rules and tools is a foundation so you don't screw up again. You've all screwed up. You've got to stop that. What do? See, I like goodies. The yachts, the race boats, the helicopters, the Lamborghinis, and the Ferraris, hell yes. I had 3 yachts in my backyard before I died in a coma in 2009. We took one of the yachts out with 72 people. Want to watch the fireworks. We had a good time. The next day I'm in a coma. Someone had a virus. So I got to build it up and away again and again. Here's how we can play. 12 months, you're stuck with me every 3 weeks. I'm going to write your list for you. We're going to record everything and transcribe it all for you. And we're going to tell you exactly what to do. And you're going to follow through. What a concept. If you need the 200,000 of credit, the 25 subdivisions, the blueprint call we're going to talk about in the 12 months with me, it's very simple. It's $100,000 in 2009. Today it's $45,000. But again, if you did it while I'm on a live webinar, I can discount it. Only I can. It's 20,000 bucks. So you spend 20,000, now you get all the goodies, you're stuck with me. And that's how we play. See, that 200,000 of credit is going to get you your first franchise, your first piece of something. If you do not need the goodies, what do you get to do? Then you do it for a less price. Okay. We did a 3-day summit a couple weeks ago, and you get the recording of that to learn how to go through the 18 books and CDs. But again, if you do this by itself and my coaching with you, summit free, no problem, you get the books and CDs, all the goodies, and it's 10 grand. Then the excuse is, well, I don't have the money. Shut up. Damn, I'm so tired of people's BS. You piss away $50 every other day. That's $700 a month. Knock it off. You got a chance. If you want it, take it. If you don't want it, then go away. It's simple. I'm offering 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. As I build it up for you, build credit, and we build it from there, you can afford the payments for the next 3 months on and on and on if you need to. But again, I only get to do 40 people at a time. I have 9 openings, that's it. Since I'm online 6 days a week, and I'm going to do 3 calls a day, I got 9 left openings. And when you do not do it now, right away, you kind of blew it, but that's on you. So what do? It's a webinar offer only by me. And I want you to think, there's 1,000 steps to rules and tools. 1,000 steps to build that foundation structure of a millionaire corporation. Millionaires Founders Kit. Sold at the Bonovich in Los Angeles for 32 years every Wednesday night. Long Beach, Saturdays. Orange County, Thursdays. Ontario on top of this as well. 4 days a week events. 32 years having the #1 info commercial in the world. Having fun. 5,000 a set. I was the 2nd largest advertiser in California. See, I'm verifiable. I got no bullshit to give you. Besides some shitheads that I have to sue them because they don't know how to shut up. But that's just typical what happens in this world today. Unfortunately, there's people that are going blah, blah, blah. There's my coma. Okay? In 2009, the next morning, I can't wake up. I'm in a damn coma. Someone had a virus. I get to go in a coma and I get to die? While my tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA and steals my shit? You ever have a shit day? There's my old shit day, the last one. So what am I going to do? Simple. I got a choice. My wife calls Ron, my district manager in my office in Irvine Spectrum, 1 Technology Drive, 222,000 square foot building. Tom, he sells my websites and phone numbers to a porn site. So the people you count on the most might just kick the shit out of you when you're laying there in the hospital, when they're supposed to be helping your wife while you're going to die. Shitheads. But what do? Well, that's simple. If you want the summit pre-recorded, it's $9.99, $1,000, and you get the 18 books and CDs for free. If you just want the books and CDs, it's $7.99, and you get the books and CDs, you don't get the 3-day summit on recording. Simple. Don't have any excuses anymore. Now, this is Zelle. I want you to take a picture of Zelle. I like Zelle so you do not have to pay the 5% to the bank, which charges 5% to run a card. No problem. I'm going to always tell you, Zelle, now. Okay, that's just me. From there, if you need to call the office, 800-254-9506, I have a team of specialists waiting for you to call now so they can honor the opportunity I gave you. When I'm done talking, the opportunity goes bye-bye. That's how it works, but it's up to you. Now, if you want to get to where you want to go, it's not just rebuilding your credit. I need to blueprint you. I need you to focus on a blueprint. The reason I wrote down Blueprint for Success when I was a kid, I lived on Delane Street in Torrance. Joanne was basically the engineer for Water Apollo 9, 11, and 13. And everything she said when I talked to her when she was around was a damn blueprint. So I expect everything to have a blueprint, how to put it together like Humpty Dumpty. Your past, present, and future. The good, the bad, the ugly. Did you screw up American Express? Did you screw up Chase? I don't like to forgive you. Do you have a bankruptcy? Do you have a tax problem? Do you have a family? Do you have a corporation? Do you have 18 divisions? Do you have an irrevocable trust? We're going to plan to live, we're going to plan to die. Do you have a car that should be a division? Understand. Your car is registered to you today. At Sam's Club, you do a bumpity bump, someone's going to sue you and screw you up and steal everything you got. They're going to call Morgan & Morgan, the largest attorney firm in the world. Well, when they net worth all the marketing, they can say they're the largest now, okay. But if that car was a division of a corporation, you could file a division, disconnect, isolate, incorporate, bankrupt, and tell them to go to hell when they want to sue and screw you up. See, you don't plan your line of defense, and you should, because this world wants to kick our assets all the time. The house should have been bought through the trust. But again, it's a choice. A blueprint costs $2,000. You and your partner of life on the phone with me, $2,000. That's what it costs. If you did it while you're online with me here, I always give a 50% discount. See, I haven't had a paycheck for 40 years. I don't want one of those. But again, it's $9.99 if you want it today. From there, if you partner with me, I'm going to do it for free because I got to get you to be there. I want to have some fun. But again, it's winning the game of business. So remember, I said it already. I'm going to give you a list, daily, weekly, and project list, and I'm going to tell you what to do. Every 3 weeks on the phone, I'm going to tell you the next, and I'm going to push you to do what needs to be done. Then I'm going to guarantee you up to $5,000 to $10,000 a month. If you listen good enough, I'll get you to $100,000. You have to have 9 locations, all right, 9 properties, 9 lines of credit, 18 divisions, and until you get that $100,000 a month, you're not part of the Puppet Master Club. If you don't have $100,000, you're just, getting that $5,000 to $10,000. That's it. So no problem, we'll help you with that. I believe in God and me. All right, I could jump up and hold myself in the air for like 2 or 3 seconds. I thought I could fly. Why not? White men can jump. Just stupid people say we don't. I like goodies. You like goodies? But I learned a long time ago they need to be in division process. Always good. Anytime you talk to me, how you doing, Ray? How you doing, Pastor Reynolds? How you doing, Dr. Reynolds? Always good. Simple. Thank you, Jesus. I got another day. I get on my knees the moment I get out of bed and I say, thank you, Jesus, for yesterday, today, and tomorrow too. And forgiveness as well. In Jesus' name, amen. I got to be forgiven because I'm a sinner. No one's perfect. Now, if you'd like and need an address, I'm going to lease 40 people, 12 feet. So it's not considered shared office space. I only have about 12 of these left anyway. Okay? So if you need an address, let us know. You can sign up for that too. I got a solution for everything you got. We get to play it. Now today, you should have actually referred 5 people here. Why don't you make a list tonight and refer 5 people to 10 people tomorrow's classes that start in the morning at 7 a.m. all through the day. And if you register them by scanning right now and you put their name in there, it'll say, would you like a Zelle or a check or a store credit? They're tagged to you, so if they buy anything, you get 10%. We got nothing to lose and everything to gain. We all have a story. What can I say? My mommy didn't want me. All right? Didn't want me at all. Simple. Throw me in a trash can, born in a taxi. Kind of sucks. But I got to be a rich and famous Hope family. And they used and abused me too. So you're going to need Dun & Bradstreet for your corporation. Take a picture. Scan it. You got to realize the reason I fought through hell because I wanted a better life. I'm not counting on other people. I thought the grown-ups were stupid when I was a kid. I grew up and realized they were stupid. Credit Karma, you're fired. You do a half-assed job, in my opinion. You have no phone number to help people, and you don't have Asperian.com. You're fired. Analytical has all 3. Simple. They're going to analyze you the first time for free. They're going to charge you $25 a month. And they're part of the dark web too. So you don't have to worry about that LifeLock thing that's been indicted 6 times. LifeLock's last indictment was $100 million for being a scam. And they're still on TV. Again, in my opinion, it's just the truth. Coming soon, the Dun & Bradstreet app. The Asperian Treasury and Equifax business part of their app. So again, you take a picture, you scan it, and you sign it right away. Then you're stuck with me more too. Here's chapter 18. I want you to focus on this because this will change your life. This is the only thing that will change your life. It's rules, tools, and facts. Chapter 18. I'm a little kid. I'm 7.5 years old. Mrs. Hope has a poker game. In the corner, I'm listening to notes, and I'm writing my notes. Dan Blocker, Michael Landon, all right, Gunsmoke Mission Apostle producer. Ted Turner, Jane Fonda, okay, and this Laker became an attorney and a lot more people. Going blah, 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 blah. I wrote my notes. Mrs. Hope, she could just say one thing to the whole group. Leave that piece of shit in the corner alone. I was a piece of shit in the corner. When they said a corporation is a legal person, I wrote it down. I drove my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department the next day. Next door is the library. Ma'am, what does this mean? All right, she walked away, she was rude. I guess when you're 7.5 years old, act like you're 20, with knowledge they don't know, they freaks them out. Mrs. Hope thought I was retarded. I just thought she was stupid and the devil's wife. 7.5, the librarian came back and said, here's a mock face, here's a book. I read the book, I'm looking for a blueprint, it's not there. Let's watch, pay attention. May sue or be sued. Your corporation is on Secretary of State's website, it's right there. You're on the officer's list and you probably use your home address, which is stupid. Everybody knows where you live now. And if they sue it, they sue you because you're on the bank account too. And if someone says that's not true, they're full of shit. All right, in my opinion. Now the bottom here says not required to file fictitious business name. When I saw that when I was 9.5, I knew it was wrong. I finally got to connect the dots in 85, 86. I got $100,000 of credit in the mail. We all did. It came in the mail of corporations and people all the time without applying for credit. It was simple. So here's 12 million out of 62 million we play with right now on the dashboards. So no problem. Not required to file a fictitious business name. Not required to. My first corporation cost me $10. I'll bet you half of you spent $1,000+ for a corporation, an attorney, CPA, corporate service, and you didn't learn diddly squat. You'll learn more from me than you ever learned in your life, and I'll guarantee that too. My corporation helped me and cost me $10. That corp today is $30. $30. Profits 100. in California. I got named in the lawsuit. I was 12 and a half. When I started the Orange County Blind Center, I used the word Braille, and I got in trouble for that and got pulled into court. Never bring the pain home. Here's your lie. When Ken Yarborough and I wrote a book in 1987 called File Segregation, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I thought he wanted to lie. I felt he did. I didn't want to do that. Ray, your divisions take 3 to 6 months. I don't care. I can build credit to you, Devore Corporation, and divisions right away. Lines of credit, they have to be 2 years old anyway. 2 years. So again, let's tell the truth. If your corporation have one, that means you guarantee for the car, you sign for it, you sign the lease of the building, and you sign for the credit card. So this one guy on social media, just bankrupt, you get another one. I believe that's under racketeering, the RICO Act. That's wire fraud. That's actually a felony, I believe. I believe he should go to prison or shut up, but that's my opinion. Your choice is simple. You and we the people have the right to do what the IRS set up in the first place. The SS4. The SS4 was for employers, business, banking, and consumers, period. Your Social Security card says do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes, and do not carry with you. It's not even your number, but you use and abuse it all the time. So do credit bureaus. If you allow me to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty, you're going to win the game of business. Here's my classes. This is live tomorrow, 7 o'clock in the morning, through the whole damn day. My number one class that I do is at 9 o'clock tomorrow. It's real estate. Homestead blocker, UC's went to Chattel Mortgage, how to buy real estate under divisions and split deed, all kinds of fun stuff. And that's okay. My company called PEI in Utah years ago, we coached all the people from Dave Delgado and Carlton Sheets and all that bullshit. I thought it was all crap anyway. So what do we get to do? If you want to play with me tomorrow, all right, you register and I'll send you the link. If you register your referrals today, not tomorrow, you will make 10% for every referral you bring to the table. Again, I like goodies. You like goodies yet? But it's going to be up to you. Okay? I love goodies. It makes sense. So we could play the game and win. Now, if you don't have a corporation yet, take a picture. It's free. I had 2 attorneys putting me down for over 12 years because I give corps for free. They're both being disbarred this year. And I filed lawsuits against both of them, putting me down lying. They're a bunch of shitheads. What can I say? Take a picture. Here's corporations for free, period. You pay a filing fee, that's all it takes. Why they're charging $5,000, I'll never know. Now, here's my class schedule for specialty classes. Last week we did stock kit. Tomorrow's real estate. The following week it's nonprofit, tax balancing, leveraging money, become the bank, Dun & Bradstreet, cars and equipment, divisions, daisy chaining, and even irrevocable trust. I've been doing classes for free to help people. Isn't it about time you show up? If you allow me to build the credit. Let's say we take this, and these are 100,000 each on these cards, or up to $1 million each one, no problem. If we take those cards, maybe we'll take these cards, okay? Maybe we'll take part of the 12 million. Maybe we'll take from the stack over here and have some more fun as well. If not, we'll just take out of the pockets and go, here's another stack. I've built this shit since I was 9.5 years old. It's easy stuff. But again, corporate credit writes it off on their taxes. Borrow money is not taxable. It allows you to buy the lifetime income of a fourplex, all right, an apartment complex, a Wendy's, a Jack in the Box, a McDonald's, and all kinds of stuff. I got clients that make up $16 million a month. The whole family owns all these McDonald's. Okay, no problem. If we use manageable debt, 100,000 of personal, $1 million of corporations credit, auto income, we will learn to leverage money after that. Leverage money, which I've been teaching that to rich and famous people for 50 years now. What do we get to do? We get to play the game. 1987, here's my dashboard. I created a dashboard that I wanted to have everybody have a code, security code, and lock a password to get onto the credit bureaus. First it says on the behalf of an SSN or SS4. And then I request on behalf of whatever I want, you corporation division process. This is how a credit file is built for personal business using even a tax ID. But again, it's an instant credit file. Okay, no problem. If you need $100,000 of credit today, call the office. They're going to charge you 10%, which is about 10 grand for every 100,000. No problem. Their special today was very simple. It's like 8,000 bucks, save a couple $1,000, no problem. If you did it while you're in line with me, it's 5,000 bucks. It's 50% discount. If you want, you get a 10% discount when you Zelle. Okay, save some more money. The goal would be, would you like 100,000 for business or personal? I think you should do both. But again, instead of $10,000 at the discount, it allows you to do it for $6,999 for $200,000 of credit for you and the corporation. But it's up to you as well. If you Zelle, you save 10%. If you use a credit card, you finance it. Okay? All right, it's less than the money you piss away in a given month. There's your Zelle information. I'm always going to say Zelle, 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 now. That way you do it right away. Pretty simple to do. And then the reality is very simple. You can always call the office at 800-254-9506. Use a card, they charge 5% more. Now, when I established the Ray Reynolds University, my goal was to help people. That's what I've tried to do all my life. Anybody who shows up 6 days a week, online or in person, I'm holding their hand and teaching what they need to know. Answering all their questions for them too. I got no excuses. So the reality is, guess what you get to do? You get to play the game to win, if you want to. This is just some of the goodies in the division process. Every division has to be set up to separate liability. All it takes is one lawsuit to sue you and screw you up. I like goodies. I don't have anything. I own nothing. It's terrible. But I got the keys of everything. Boom, boom, boom. But it's simple. So I don't want to own anything. I just want to control it all, be a puppet master. That's the goal. Today, we're going to analyze some people. We're going to tell them exactly what they need to do to get to millionaire status. Is it up to me to force them to do it? No. If they listen and do what they're told to do, will they get there? Hell yes. I'll guarantee it. But if they do nothing, whose fault is it? Whose fault when they sit on their ass and do not a damn thing? That's what those 13 people try to put me down for over years do. I'm going to guarantee what I say in writing, right there in writing. I guarantee it. If you don't break the 2 rules. It's simple. Do not apply for credit during the program. Do not jack up your credit cards and screw it all up. In other words, don't crash your rapid rescore, and don't maybe play the up and down show with you. The goal is let's rebuild you the right way. So I guarantee it. If you screw up, I have to re-add history and all kinds of rapid rescore. It costs money to do that. You're going to pay a fee or I'm going to close your case. Those 13 shitheads were told because they didn't want to pay the fee and they screwed it up. It's my fault. Even though I offered them $1,000 just to go away, they like to be shitheads. Some people just like to be nasty people. And that's how it works. There I am in a coma. My tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA. All right? That signature, as I'm yelling my head off, yelling, screaming, nobody can hear me. That signature cost me $3.7 billion. From there, the nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. Lucky they didn't look at my driver's license because it's got the pink dot on it. But my driver's license got P.O. Box, doesn't yours? You actually give your home address out for everybody in your insurance, registration, and driver's license? I mean, come on, isn't that the stupidest thing you ever did in your life? A stranger bumped your car and you tell them where you live. Come on, knock it down. Don't come rob me while I'm not home. Your problem is you don't know how to shut up. You get in a bumpity bump. Well, I work during the day, guys. You tell them your schedule. You give them your address. They know when to come rob your house. That's kind of dumb. The machine stopped at 5:41 on July 5th. Stopped. Weird, freaky. All right, very simple. I was given a choice to stay in peace or go back. My wife's freaking out. I said, go back. The machine went beepity beep again. And the nurse dropped her clipboard. He's alive! I wish I could have went boom and scared the hell out of him. At least it would have been funny. So let's understand. Everybody's got a sad story. Nobody cares. I don't think anybody gives a damn. I moved 24 times. I'm 11 and a half years old from Watts, Torrance, Long Beach, and all these great areas. You had to learn to kick it or run. I'd rather kick it than run. I've been shot 3 times. I've been knifed 6 times in my life. I don't have an excuse. What's your excuse? Why aren't you where you need to go? The only thing you can say is the rules and tools. Right? No one tell me. Oh, they all told me. See, you got to pursue and get self-motivation. Why made you jump? I met Richard Bishop 3 times. Why? Because they're talking about him. They're not telling me the truth. They're not telling me he's my grandfather who won the Olympics in 1932 for gymnastics. He's my great-grandfather. He won the Olympics. No wonder I can jump so high, maybe. Who knows? To me, it looks like Al Capone. Simple. Today, you're going to write some things down. You ready? I want your driver's license, insurance, registration changed today. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you what to do. And if you don't follow through, that's on you. If you wanted a stranger that you had a bumpity bump to get where you live and you just told your schedule because you all don't know how to shut up. All right? Well, I worked there. Shut up. Don't tell anybody anything. It needs to be changed today. Today. Not next week. Today. You do not give the police officer or a stranger where you live. It's the dumbest thing I watch people do all the time. Now, husbands and wives, pay attention. God made you one, that's great. Your credit is separate. You buy a house, it's married person, sold separate property, period. Period. And what happens is the house should have been bought in the trust in the first place. Ladies, you want to control the trust with your husbands. Let him be dumb enough to be on the damn loan. House does not help your credit at all, neither does a car. Simple. They don't ever do unless you screw them up. Write down the word or. Or. You will never sign in anything with husband and spouse or partner of life in the word and ever again. The reason half of you got stuck into probate, whoever passed went to a better place, is they had the word and. No. Or. Write down or. We're going to teach you how to way of life so you never bring the pain home. We're going to analyze every one of you. We're going to add a rapid rescore. Rapid rescore is going to be added to block your shitty credit and push your score up, and away. 46 years ago, Ken Yarbrough and I and Harold Stokes, I created something called Rapid Refresh. When I did it for the credit bureau's TRW, it was for car and only the house, not for all these utility bill stupid stuff. All right, again, if you need to be rebuilt, 750 score, guaranteed. We're going to get you big boy cards, big girl cards, 5 to 10,000 each. We're going to do a rapid rescore. We're going to charge you $1,500. The paralegal is going to tear apart your credit the right way, and they're going to help and hold your hand every day. Well, there's the goal. It's $1,500. But again, if you did it while you're online with me, you save $500. It's $999. What do we get to do? I'm trying to get you to never bring the pain home, and I want to make you a certified CFO. I got to get you ready to be a CFO, Chief Financial Officer. All right, there's the goal. You have a corporation? Good. Let me build the one you have, please. Let's you and I get on the phone. Let me go pop you a $100,000 card today or next week or when I line you up, whenever you're ready to go get it. Let me get the credit to your corporation, rebuild you and each division as well. Let's daisy chain it into $1 million. See, it takes money, time, and credit to get the honey. And that's what you got to understand. If I give you $25,000 to your corp, it's $2,500, 10 times your investment. Add analyzation, add history, pop credit. Because you're going to get into level 1 of my classes with me, then I'm going to discount that another $500. It's $19.99. All right, cheaper than what you pay for your damn corporation. You're stuck with me. Isn't that fun? You're going to Zelle now. Or you're going to call the office at 800-254-9506. We're going to take away all your excuses. All of them. It's nice that I'm helping and my clients are out there trying to help you too. It's amazing watching my clients talk about laundromats, car washes, the goodies, how they think they learn how to do it from Donald Duck. It's in my books. I love that. No problem. But again, it's okay. Let's have them help you. But remember, credit repair is still a fraud. Federal Trade Commission says it's a felony. It's fraud. The Federal Trade Commission. It's public record. I already showed it to you. Now, I got some problems with some of my clients. They keep saying, how rich are you? I'm rich. Look at my helicopter. Look at my plane. Oh, look at me. Oh, goody. Sorry. The reality to me is very simple. The IRS is listening. You've been indicted 3 times before. Knock it off. Some of you. You don't have a rich. You're not rich. Your corporations are rich. You're a puppet master. Tell the truth, please. But again, do you want to be a millionaire? It's simple. Do you want to be a millionaire? You got to ask yourself a question. If the answer is yes, I'm the wrong person for you. Because the reality is that's stupid. All right, do you want to be a corporate millionaire? The answer is yes. You'll need 9 divisions. 9 divisions. All right, and 9 lines of credit. 9 locations of something and 9 lines of credit. That's 18 divisions. You got it so far? That's how you get to that $100,000 a month. But again, it's not easy. It's a pain in the asset. I will never tell you it's easy. You're going to work your tail off. You're going to do what you're told to do every 3 weeks by me. Now, I hope your son and daughter, you set up a division for them too. I have 6 beautiful kids. I almost didn't get married at all. Why? I was afraid. I didn't want to bring the pain home to my family like I got family when I was a kid. So I decided to get married as long as I had a foolproof program. Since they didn't have one out there, I created my own. My son just turned 12 years old last week. By the way, these are some of his courtesy checks. He's got an 820 score. He's 12. My daughter, my youngest daughter, out of 5 daughters, I got 6 kids, already just turned 18. Here's some of her courtesy checks. So the goal is very simple. I believe the year your children were born, you should have incorporated. All right, the children. I believe they should be tied into your corporation so there's no probate, no bullshit, and they get to control everything you ever do. But that's just my opinion. Because that's what the Gettys and the Kennedys and the Hiltons did. But it's up to you. Building your future. Building their future. How about your grandkids? I got 13 of those too, and grandsons and granddaughters. I think we should start them out right. What do you think? Now, I want to tell you about one of my clients since 1986. Her name is Linda. Linda is a client, and let's understand what she did. To rebuild her credit, it took 142 days. There's no magic wand to 770. I got her the American Express Gold and Platinum cards. Okay, they don't fluctuate again. No problem. I got personal credit. It took me 185 days to get that $100,000 of credit. I had to rebuild a lot. The corporate credit took 365 days. So understand, this takes time. All right, what happens is then we use the American Express and we did what's called a blueprint loan. They have one for $250,000, and that's the goal for the $250,000. So we got to play the game to win. And that's the ultimate goal, is to win the game of business. Okay? So as we play this game. So again, just the blueprint's $240. Now what do? Linda wanted to buy the Hyatt Hotel in Texas. It's for sale. It's a Hyatt Hotel. I'm one of the #1 conversions. People convert hotels into an apartment complex. Because they have a store and they have a, basically restaurant and all kinds of pieces. It's 117 units. 117 units. They need $200,000 down. The offer is, Linda, would you like 4 people to each put $50,000 in, or would you want to do the whole thing? She says, Ray, I want to do the whole thing. I've helped Linda be a millionaire 5 times plus and bring in hundreds of millions of dollars, no problem. All right, and what happens? Now, monthly income is $187,000. Just off this, $187,000. What do? She's got other businesses she does, and so currently about $344 a month. That's $344,000 a month. Again, what do? It took, and it gets $6.4 million. So what happened is very simple. It took 1 year and 210 days to get to that amount of money, okay? Again, she started doing things with other projects as well. 1 year, all right, 210 days to get to 6.4 million. Got it? So what happens is Linda started with $1,999 in 1986. She joined one of my programs called Eagle's Nest, which went worldwide for nonprofits. Okay. Now that cost her $26 a month to finance it. And that's what she did. Here's Linda and Dwayne, her husband. Take a picture. Scan it later on. She'll tell you personally how I made her a millionaire 5 times plus. I think it's 8, but we'll talk about the 5. Okay. This now is a $27 million project, and she works with profit and nonprofit simultaneously. So understand, today, I don't know how far you want to go with me, okay? And I'm praying to God you listen and you do what you're told to do, because I'm going to change your life and I'm going to guarantee it. I give a money back guarantee in everything I've ever done. I even get a $2 million bond. Simple to play. So today I want you to understand something. Divisions to buy an apartment building, a division. You buy it through the division, not the corporation and not through you. Okay, so let's pay attention, because the goal is to create auto income. You will need 2 divisions and 125 subdivisions. 1 to buy it, 1 to guarantee it, and 1 division for each tenant. We want to separate liability. We also want to become the bank. I hope and pray you pay attention, because I'm going to do something today I've never done before. You convert each unit, 1 loan divided by 125 units. Got it? You're carrying the loan for 30 years, you're becoming the bank. I wrote a book called Become the Bank. Got it so far? And from there, you're bringing $126,000 per month. After all the bills, after all the damn bills. Okay, that's what you're bringing in. You're paying a management company. All right, management company. That's an auto income process. But understand, you're now the bank as you leverage the notes literally for 30 years. You should always try to be the bank. Here's an apartment complex. It's for sale. What do we do? Number 1, they want $3 million. No problem. We need to give them a, 10% down, if not more. No problem at all. We can do all kinds of different types of loans and blah, blah, blah. What happens is the monthly payment is $23,000. Out of the $23,000, we now have current income of $36,452. There's the monthly income right there. Okay, no problem. Once we minus that, we now have $13,452 left over. So understand, we now have $13,000 left over, okay? What happens is you're not done. You think you're done, you're not done. All these people out there doing real estate forget a couple things about assignment of mortgage and become the bank. They should always want to become the bank versus just having pieces, okay? When one of my clients out there announces, all right, he's a client who bought books and other things from years ago, and I can prove all that too. He took $60 million and divided by 14,000 investors, and they each got $428 a month. Wow. If he would leverage the hell out of those units and become the bank and all those notes, he could turn it into basically probably $1 trillion. But it's up to him. My next goal for me is trillionaire for the hell of it. Why not? I did billionaire at 21. So what do? We can have some fun. You're not done. Watch. If we split deed each unit, all right, assignment of mortgage. They can't sue us. We can sue them if they don't pay. And we can sell the notes and all kinds of stuff and leverage money. But again, that's what we get to do. New income is now $76,800 a month for 30 years. Is that okay? See, if you get the divisions right, like the Wendy's, you need 2 divisions, 14 subdivisions. Kind of like a car dealership, has new, used, and car and all parts. Storage unit, you need 2 subs and 8, or you need 2 divisions and 8 subs. A 4-plex, you need 2 and 4. The apartment complex, you need at least 2 and a minimum 117 divisions. See, your problem you're going to have next year is you're not prepared. Okay? You're not prepared. And that's the problem that I see with everybody this next year. What's going to happen? Nick, does this go on? He doesn't want to. Oh, maybe it's on? Okay. I don't know if it's on. Okay. Thank you. So what happens is we have to remember 2 things. I can build credit to you. Corporate division is not a problem. If we get a project, we want to dissect it into units and division process. I don't know who's going to sue us and screw us up. Division process is the line of defense. When we do this the correct way, like I said earlier, this is a line of defense. Bank of America, U.S. Bank, Chase, Wells Fargo, their parent company does this all the time called subsidiaries. Okay? So we have the ability to play the game to win, to the ultimate goal. So let's understand as we play this game. Okay, are we echoing? Well, maybe we're echoing, I don't know, we'll find that out. So, divisions at the bank. Here's our problem with the bank. The bank wants a division or corporation to be, listen carefully, all right, 2 years old for a line of credit. And I'm going to tell you flat out, give me an address, okay, give me a name, and I'm going to build credit files. Address and name, credit files. That's what we're going to do. Address and name every time. So if we play this game to win, the goal is to win the game without getting our assets kicked. Kind of makes sense? We get to play the game to win each time. And that's important to all of us. Sorry, wait till you're done clicking. Okay, so the goal is, as we do the division process, our ultimate goal is to separate liability. The other thing is a division has the ability to get its own credit file, okay? Its own credit file, and that's important to us. So the credit file allows us to build more credit up to $1 million per division. It's $1 million per division, by the way. There's 10 cards, not counting lines of credit. You have to decide what you want to do for you. So let's say today we go to my dashboard I showed you years ago that I create to this day, I use all the time. On the dashboard, I'm allowed to register a person, a corporation, or a division to the dashboard as we do all this stuff. Start video. So again, I'm going to add the history. I got two choices. I can add history or tax ID. I do not want tax ID in the beginning because it triggers in 1120. So I want basically one thing. I want a what? History. I have $62 million of history we play with all the time, having some fun. And that's important to all of us to understand. If I get a credit card for you, I'm adding you to one of my accounts. And when I ask for separate billing, it separates the billing. It gives me two choices. Authorized user, I'm never going to give you, but I'm going to give you a card off my card. It's separate billing. So what happens is this. If we do a division with history, we're building a corporate umbrella. I don't need tax ID yet. Get it to your head. We're going to daisy chain credit. There's 113 ways to daisy chain credit. This means that I'm going to take a card, one of these cards here, and I'm going to go get up to 99 more because I'm allowed to, 99 more. Again, each division has its own credit file under the corporate umbrella, and that's what our goal is. So your divisions not only build credit, but it separates liability for any goodie or property or Wendy's or restaurant or whatever. Every Wendy's has a number to it, so does every bank, every grocery store. That's how it works. So when we look at divisions right here, it's very simple. So take a picture. If you want a division, I'll set it up for you. I'll add the history. I'll set up the Experian, TransUnion, Equifax credit reports for you. If you want me to help you daisy chain credit cards from the divisions, and the corporate will help you that too. So what happens is very simple. Today, okay, very simple. You're getting 9 divisions for $9.99, $1,000. It's a giveaway. I wanted to do something really weird because tomorrow I have real estate class. And that's going to shake them up a lot. So if you have 9 divisions, it's $9.99. If you need more, you got 9, 18, 36, 72. Here you go. Again, I think you need 125 lease for an apartment complex, so it's going to be up to you. Linda's problem is she had all the divisions, but she was missing 42 of them because they need to age, and that was the goal. So again, it's kind of a giveaway because just before the real estate class tomorrow, but it's up to you. If you Zelle, you save 10%. If you need 100 subdivisions, it's simple, it's $4,000. So you can decide how many divisions and how many subs you want. It'll be up to you. There's your opportunity. I always say Zelle, Zelle, now. There's your Zelle now. And there's the office phone number. You can call right away, 800-254-9506. You have to decide what you want to do for you. Now, when we analyze you, we have a problem. The problem in analyzation when I see a Capital One credit card. Capital One's the only one that shows up on personal file Spark cards, period. All the other cards don't show up at all. Capital One says Capital One, doesn't tell me what type. You're going to call your specialist or be assigned a specialist, and you're going to tell them flat out what type of Capital One is it. Is it a venture, Venture 1, Quicksilver 1 Platinum. Is it an X, Venture, or whatever? I need you to tell us what type it is. We want to position how the daisy chain it, from you in the division process as well in corporation, but you also want to make sure we don't get the same card. That's the goal. If you had a problem with American Express or Chase, we're going to ask you that question as well. We need to know. Ultimate goal. A division of you could guarantee things that you do in the near future because you're entitled to that. It's how it works. But again, the whole world didn't realize that. Yes, S4 was even for consumers. What do? A rapid refresh will be in place every time you do something with us. The ultimate goal is to make sure it's blocking crap and pushing scores up, and away. If you do what you're asked to do or told to do, you'll notice every rapid rescore gets you to 750 and above. 750 and above, and that's what the goal is. Here is if you needed a rapid today for $4.99, you would Zell. Again, you would say 10% if you Zelled, or you call the office and they'd write it up on a credit card and charge you 5%. Now, you're going to hear the good, bad, and the ugly. I'm sorry, I'm not going to fluff anything for you. I'm just me. I'm never going to change who I am. I'm going to ask God to always forgive what I say because sometimes it just comes out that way. Don't want to offend anybody. Now, today, if you needed 10,000 more in your package or you want 10,000, you send us $999. $1,000 to give you 10,000 in credit. If you don't have a corporation, I'm going to hand it to you for free, and even the tax ID, free. I'm going to put you in level 1 on Saturdays and have some more fun. But again, that's up to you what you want to do for you. So as we play this game to win. Remember, a corporation, Chapter 18, public record, not here to be an attorney, says it's a legal person. Now, if you're maxed out on all your credit cards, I'm going to tell you to get supply credit and turn it into cash for about $51,000 because they can help you reduce your debt. If you're part of military or a family member was military, I'm going to help you and guide you to get your access code in Navy. Okay? So the bottom line is very simple. I've had clients that have a score that's 550, get them lined up for Navy, and they get 20 to 50,000 anyway. Navy's kind of crazy. This allows the Navy to give you the ability to reduce your debt. Because until someone gave you rules and tools, most of you are jacked up or have shitty limits anyway. But again, it's up to you to winning the game of business. Now, remember, I'm setting up cash credit reports under tax ID for Experian Business, TransUnion Business, and Equifax Business Reports, tax ID base. Here's number 6285. Number 6285, we have to look at what you're trying to do. J is your specialist. You're rebuilt, and you're getting 10,000 in credit as a bonus, no problem. You're at 516, 536, and 511, no problem at all. But we have to look at things like here, and what are we trying to do? We're trying to get past all this silly stuff and understand. So my goal is to get you to 750 and 7 above, okay? So the ultimate goal is simple. Let's look at what this person's done, okay? School first, no problem. A lot of times they don't like divisions and they don't like basically actually increasing limits, especially when you're jacked up 99%. Okay, so let's look through the list and what we have. Indigo, $700, okay? All right, Capital One, $300, you got shit limits, okay? Sorry. First Premier is the worst card on planet Earth, in my opinion. They charge you $95 to get the card and you have 0 balances. Because you only have one card at 10,000, it's a credit union, listen carefully. I can go around that with a rapid rescore. And if we take the credit cards you have right now, and we look at things, for instance, like the Capital One. If you went online today to Capital One and you logged on like you're going to make a payment, you click it. Right-hand side says, I want. You click it again. Left-hand side on the second to the bottom says increase limits. You change things in that dashboard. There's no inquiry. Every 46 days and try it, they're going to increase your limits. There's only 2 things to do on a card. Pay it down or increase the limit, period. If we look at the credit you have right now, like the Capital One's $300 crap card. Kickoff. You don't need Kickoff in the first place. All right, Kickoff and Chime and these people, they came out of my boot camp in 2008 anyway. But again, you have other things here. Okay, we have First Premier. There's 0 balances. I'm going to tell you don't really have credit besides schools first. Indigo and all those other things. So this can all be balanced pretty quickly. If you balance this to 29%, and we can guide you every step of the way, and the next question will be, you ever had a problem with American Express or Chase? Any problem, okay, with American Express or Chase? All right, because it's the question I'm going to ask you. This person, listen very carefully. I would say less than 4 months, I'll build you to 770, and I will build you 100,000 for personal, 100,000 for business. And you can get real limits, not shitty little limits, $300, $500. That's crap. The only decent one you have school is first with 7,000 or 10,000. The rest is crap. I'm going to rebuild you to give you $5,000 to $10,000 limits, and we're going to do it the right way. Because trying to balance this is a nightmare. That's why you're having the up and down show all the time. Again, talk to your specialist. Let us know what type of capital ones. And if I was you, I'd increase your limits today. Because the reality is today they're having a big fire sale. It's up to you. Number 5988. It's a rebuild, a rapid. Chris is your specialist. You get 10,000 of credit, no problem. If you notice, it went up 27 points, 11 points, 51 points. Now, this person's part of Analytical 750. Dashboards do not update, but every 45 days anyway. But again, that's when they all update the right way, but it's up to you. Here, there's no inquiries. Please keep it that way. Inquiries are screwed up. See that line? It's going up and down, up and down? That's your heartbeat of your credit. That's the heartbeat. When we look at this, Bank of America, it's $1,300. Luckily, it's not a big card. The B of A card I'll get you is 10,000 to 30,000 personal. The business is going to only 25 to 50. Again, what do we really have? Well, we got Kick. Oh, goody, let's kick it some more. Oh, you got K Jewelers. You see, I'd go to K Jewelers right now, and I'd buy a gift certificate. And then I'd cash it in for cash and pay down the other damn card up there. See, those can turn into cash as well, but that's just me. I'm going to do what it takes legitimately and then get my score up, 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 and away. Any problem, American Express or Chase, we need to know that as well. So again, here's a person that's getting 10,000. To me, it's like, okay, we're going to work our tails off. You should be getting 50 to 100,000 because that's what makes sense for your near future. Adding history today would make sense. Number 6096. 6096. Okay. It's a rebuilt 10,000 credit. Chris is your specialist. If you notice, on the TransUnion, it went up 30 points. That's a rapid rescore that does this for you. Unfortunately, you're in the 400s and that sucks. Unfortunately, you're in the 400s. Okay. But again, I can get you literally in 4 months where you need to be. Now, everything you have is a charge-off. At least you have Goldman Sachs, okay, for $500. Wow, zero balance. You screwed up American Express. You screwed up Chase. Okay, you even screwed up Truist Bank. Okay. Did you screw up basically American Express? To get another card for Chase or American Express, if you screw them up, you'll need a division of view under a corporation to do it again. Not to screw it up, but to get another chance. Again, we have to block this. So it says Chase and American Express, you screwed them both up. Okay. We have to rebuild you no matter what. So here we have what? No green lights. Everything you have is crap besides Goldman Sachs. A little balance on that. This is going to take me 6 months to build this one up. Okay, because this all sucks. Because we don't know if they're going to charge it off or they're going to have to collect something or we're going to have to basically freeze it all as well. All right, or seal the records. There's got to be a different ways to go after it. So that's 6096. But again, you're only wanting 10,000 of credit to rebuild you anyway. Okay. Again, what should we do? Here is basically 6053. If you notice, it's shooting up, 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 and away. That's 60 points. That's 25. That's 54 points. Okay. No problem. Now, if you see MIM, which all of you should be in, that's called Millionaire in the Making. And you're getting 25,000 of credit. See, this one makes no sense to me. A million in the making should be going after 100,000, period, so I can add history now. They're going to get to 25 personal business, and they're going to say, I want more, then I have to re-add it again. It's ridiculous. It should be done simultaneously. It speeds up the process. So you should call your specialist, Jake, and say, I need to increase to another 75,000. That's number 6053. What do we have here? We have collections. Okay, no problem. At least they're not huge. Go around those. Collections go around those. Your cars, your Discover, for instance, Discover at 98%. So balancing this is going to be a little tricky. Again, I don't know. Unfortunately, you're jacking it up. You're pushing yourself in a corner and you're getting stuck. Did you seal the record on the bankruptcy? Most people never do. And it just shows up again and again, and even though it's dead. All right, so what do we do? Okay. Any problem, American Express or Chase? Need to know that as well. So as we build this up and away. If I get you some more points, I can go get an American Express card. But my next question for all of you, are you part of Navy? Do you have a military, you or someone in your family, so we can get you an access code to get your line of credit? Or do we need to take supply, turn it into cash? Again, reducing the debt. That's the goal. Here's rebuilt rapid. That's all you're going to do. Okay, rebuilt rapid, no problem. Jake's your basically specialist. You're in the 621 and across almost a 579. All right. We have inquiries. Well, let's see. Let's go back to this again. So we have inquiries. Well, inquiries would have crashed your rapid rescore. It's actually a violation. But again, you did what you had to do, but the reality is we got to figure out what you did. You have a collection item for Verizon. We need to get off there. It's zero balance. And then $500 card from Capital One's at 92%. Increase the limit or bring it down to 29%. Rapid can go around the 2 violations there to help you. Okay, there might be a little fee in that, but again, we got to figure out what's next. Again, what do we have? I can push you to about 670 in about 60 days. Okay, that way we can get your cards and line you up for more. But again, it's up to you. You only have one little card anyway. You're going to need 3 starter cards and getting limits to 5 to 10,000 on top of that. And that would be the goal. Again, any problem, American Express or Chase. Your Rapid's running out. You ran out on the 8th. What do we have here is very simple. Brandy's your specialist here. She's our floor supervisor. You have 581, 591, 585 across the board, no problem. All right, your first year, just it says 1 for line. I don't know what that means. But again, what do we do? All right, here we have an inquiry, which would have been a violation. You have no credit. When you have no credit, my dashboard builds credit all the time. Now, sometimes you'll watch somebody on one of these social media things, and I want you to be very careful, please. Because they're going to say, well, you need a Capital One credit card, all right, secured to get you started, and that's called stupid. My dashboard can get you a card without getting an inquiry. Capital One will give you an inquiry. If you ever need a card and you don't let me do it for you, you'd go to OpenSky.com. OpenSky.com, there's no inquiry, and you put $200, you spend $25. It's simple. So that way you don't need a secured card. They got an inquiry on you. There's a way to help you, not hurt you. Again, we have to build credit. Next, we got to figure out what you're trying to do and what's your game plan. What is the ultimate game plan with you and Brandy? I can push this person, since there's no credit, literally in 90 days to a 750 and get them 100,000 credit. It's up to them as well. From here, we have 6144. Your scores are going up. These are going up. This is going down. It's flat line. It's a little bit up and down a little bit. Okay. Chris is your specialist. It's a rebuild. You get 25,000. All rebuilds at 25,000 should be thinking about 100,000. It would make more sense. So when we look at this, basically we have a $21,000 account. Good. It's a good one. Discovers 9. We got some chunky ones here. This is nice in Capital One. Again, what do? We have to position it the right way. But again, can we increase some of these limits? On the dashboards, no inquiry. What is our goal again? Have you screwed up American Express or Chase? I would increase to 100,000, reduce the debt or balance it, and I'll show you ways to increase limits all the time. And the goal is, are you part of Navy as well? You also have an Open Sky card on the bottom there. If it's secured, close it, because it'll show up on the dashboard. It's a secure card. We don't want that on the dashboards at all. Again, it's up to you. From here, any problem, American Express or Chase. 5966. We got 2 going up and 1 going down. No problem. You're in the 550s across the board. What do? It's a rapid and a rebuilt for 10,000 of credit. Chris is your specialist. And we have all these inquiries. You would have crashed the rapid rescore, all right, no matter what. And that's a total violation of the whole program. So again, I don't know why you're violating the program. You're playing push me, pull me. We're pushing you up and you're bringing it down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So you got inquiries. You know, the first question I always ask is, did you get any of those cards when you applied for that loan from One Main? That's the first thing we need to know. Next, we look at the things that are in collections, like your first Premier cards. So again, we look at the credit one, we can increase the limit. So this whole file, you don't have big cards on anything. I mean, all you have is a bunch of, let's say 25 cards, all right, little shitty limits. That has to be rebuilt. Every one of those cards need to be 5,000, 10,000. And we got to get rid of the crappy ones anyway, but that's up to you as well. So again, you're playing the up and down show. Inquiries into what you're trying to do. Let's get a game plan together. Find out if you Spirit, American Express, or Chase, and let's rebuild you the right way. Let's get you 100,000 of credit. That's what makes sense. Again, any problem, American Express or Chase, you have no Rapid currently, you need one. From here, we have number 6146, okay? And you have basically a 728, 734, and a 716. So you got 50 points, 58 points, and 63. So you were below 600s when you first started, 666, 666, and 676. Okay, there's the wrap. You see the 90 days it's going up? That's the ultimate goal. Within 90 days to make it go up, up, and away. This person, I can go after American Express. I can almost go after a Chase card as well. Here we have inquiries. You bought a car. Fantastic. Hopefully you didn't crash your Rapid rescore. We'll need to know about that as well, because you might have crashed it. From here, your limits aren't too bad. 23,000, 22%. Great, I love that. We can position you the right way if you like, but it's up to you. So again, American Express, you have a card. Anything on Chase Bank, let us know. From here, I can get you to 770 in about 60 days. I would like you to increase that limit to $100,000 of credit. Because when I pop a card for $100,000, I don't want you to have to owe me money, all right? Because then you're going to have to chase the money or shrink the limit. I had a client the other day really upset with me because we were supposed to give him $25,000. I popped him $75,000. They said, thank you. I said, no, no, no. You pay the 10% difference. It's in the contract, or I shrink the limit. I'm not going to pay. I shrink the limit. He goes, so now he hates me. He's got more than he paid for, and I shrunk the limit back to what I promised him, and now he's mad because he wouldn't pay the difference. He could even use the damn card I popped him to pay for the difference. He would thought he was going to get a free ride. No. So the reality is any problem, American Express, Chase, American Express is there. How about Chase? That's 6146. Now, here's 6287. You got a 592, 593, 586. Okay, no problem. This is John, and what happens is you have a rebuild and a Rapid 10,000 of credit. Okay, again, I would push that to 100,000. Look what we have here. Okay, we have a 3200 Macy's. No problem. We have Discover. All right, we have some good card, B of A, and some other ones like B of A for 25,000. If we take the bottom cards and kind of balance the top across the board, you can push this up, up, and away, literally to a 750 score, probably in 60 days. You do have a problem with American Express. So the only way around that is a division of you in the future. Now, remember, American Express sues everybody when you don't pay them. You might want to think about negotiating and solving that problem because they're going to sue you. And that means a judgment and all kinds of crap. Balance the score. Let me get you up to 100,000 in credit. Very simple. And what happens is we balance the debt, and the difference is go get some Chase cards as well. Chase, usually there's no interest up to 22 months on personal and business cards. That is 6287. 6142. You're going up, up, and away in all three. Okay, good. No problem at all. What do we got? Here we have no collections, so no, we have no inquiries, but we have collections. Rapid rescore goes around the collections and builds you up, up, and away. You really don't have big limits anyway besides that Discover card. But again, what do we'd balance this. The Discover, once you take some of that and do balance transfer. Your Navy, fantastic. Hopefully that's not a secured Navy. If not, I'll help position around that as well. Again, what do we do? 6142. You only 5,000 credit? Come on. This person should let me, within 60 days, push him up to 750 and go after 100,000 of credit. But it's up to that person as well. All right, any problem, American Express or Chase, we'll need to know that. From there, that is 6142. 5892, you're going, dropping. Why are we dropping 89 points? Okay, it's $1 million in the making. 25,000 credit. Christopher, Chris is your specialist. No problem. Here we have 3 inquiries. Okay, again, why the inquiries? I have no idea. And the limits you have suck. These are shitty limits. That's the problem. How do you balance a $500 crap card? You can't. So what do we have to do? Okay, any problem, American Express or Chase, need to know that as well. Your Rapid just ends on Monday, by the way. So here we have these limits. We can increase those limits and show you exactly how to do that and stop the inquiries because you're hurting your score, dropping it more and more and more. Your score dropped because you did 3 inquiries. across the board. And that's what you did. So the inquiries are going to hurt you. All right, we got to figure out, did you crash the rapid rescore? Is it a violation or not? Again, your rapid's good till the 15th, which is Monday. So what do we do? Here's 6284. 6284, you're a millionaire in the making, 25,000 of credit. Julia is your specialist, fantastic. The difference is here, I'd increase it to 100,000. That's what I would tell you to do right away, but it's up to you. Next, I'm going to look at the collection crap, go around it. There's no inquiries, please keep it that way. Your capital one's at 10%. So let me build you 2 more cards, build you up and away, and literally get you to 700 score, and let's get you up to 100,000 of credit. That's number 6284. Any problem, American Express or Chase? I don't see that. Hopefully not. We'll go around that as well. It says no. Hopefully that's true. That's 6284. Here's 5414. Okay? All right? Basically, to rebuild, it's brand. You took over the case. 595, 600, it went up and away, and you did an inquiry. Okay? Well, you did an inquiry, and that probably would have crashed your rapid. You have a PayPal at 93%. You have these other ones at 71 and 67. If you balance the score, we go around all that, we build you up and away again, any problem, American Express or Chase. But you violated, so hopefully they charge you a violation fee. See, here's the problem that's going to happen. Number 5414. Okay, I paid $500. Bad crap. You screw up the program because you inquire. I got to add a new rapid rescore and add history because you screwed it up. It's not my fault or yours. You know, and if I say you're going to have to pay a fee, a violation fee, and you don't want to pay it, then you're going to bitch and complain, and you're the guilty party, not me. That's like those 13 shitheads that put me down too. Hopefully 5414 won't do that. But again, that's a violation. It's right there. We got to figure out what's next. What is your game plan, the ultimate goal? From here, we have 5850. It's a rapid, it's rebuild. You get a bonus card for $500 because you spent $500. And what do? Okay, we got a new account for $300 at Capital One. All right, we look at the accounts that we have, no problem at all. That's 58, all right, 50. And you brought your score down instead. You got 2 inquiries, and you have all these collections we need to go around. And the new account for Indigo, you're late twice. Well, that's good. Let's be late on something we did. See, this is the problem. If I have to sell my wedding ring, my Rolex, my necklace, coming out of a friggin' coma to rebuild my wife, I did. Have a damn garage sale. I had 12 of them in Huntington Beach. I got cited 3 times. You should never be late on anything. Drive Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, sell some shit, whatever you got to do. I need to have 3 payments on time now to go around that. Again, we can rebuild you, but you got to get to the point how serious you want to be. This is why it takes 3 to 6 years for someone to rebuild themselves, to pay attention. They drop 50 damn points. Again, stop doing the violation crap. Authorized user, you don't need it. Why would you need authorized user? Even the one that's got here, they're 60%. Let's balance this and push your score up and away. That would be more sense to me. Now we got 5718. It's a rebuild. You get a bonus card for $500. Okay, no problem. But then you do inquiries. And then you're late. All right, how am I going to help somebody who's playing push me, pull me? Again, that's what happens. Again, we're 98% jacked up on a card. We can balance all this with the other cards as well and push you to 750 score. But again, you can't be late on these cards. It's a violation. In this case, my recommendation is to close it down. Why are we working on somebody who's wasting our time going up and down, up and down? We'll understand what needs to be done, but you have some explaining to do. Talk to your specialist, Chris, on Monday. From here, we got 6283. You went down, you went up. Here's up, here's down. Okay, what do? We have to look at what's happening. See, again, that graph is that heartbeat of your credits right there in front of you. George is your specialist. You're a millionaire in the making. You're getting 25,000 of credit. I would upgrade that to 100,000. Add history, pop up and away. When I start popping cards, I want big cards. Here you're late. That late payment's killing you. You have to be on time. 3 to 4 payments in a row. Here we have collections. Okay, no problem. You have collections on a car. They can give you a 1099-C. They can come get you for the difference between the loan as well. All right, so the bottom line is it's collections. It's a car. Again, what do? Let's rebuild this. Let's get on time here. Let's be on time and care credit. Let's build that up and go around that. And what do we have? We have one of these at 106%. Luckily, it's only a little $250 card. You're not even using Kick, it's $2,500. Let's get rid of that, and let's bring that down. Let's push you up and away. Rapid can go around all this crap, by the way. That's what it does. And from there, we can push you to 700 score and rebuild you again and again, and hopefully this time you pay attention to rules and tools. Any problem, American Express or Chase? You need to know that. 59.92. Okay, your score went up, then went down, up and down, up and down. You're a rebuild, rapid rescore, $10,000 of credit. And George is your specialist, okay? No problem. Look at what we got, a mess. We have a total mess because everything's jacked up. We got to balance this mess and figure out how to do it. Luckily, they're not big cards anyway. You have a couple big ones for $6,000, that's about it. The other one, $4,800, maybe Chase. At least we didn't screw up Chase, or how about American Express? So what do? Well, I can go get the American Express or hopefully Navy or some supply and vendor credit. Let's bring that debt ratio down. This person here in 90 days could have a 750 score and 100,000 of personal business credit. Why? Because there's no crap. All we have to do is a debt to ratio situation. That's easy. From there, that's 59.92. Here we have 59.24. You're dropping 60 points. What's going on here? What do we have? No inquiries. Good. Keep it that way. Now, here's the problem. When I trained Ken Yarborough at TRW and Asperian, they became Asperian in 96. Let's pay attention. When I wanted self-reporting, it was car and house. That's how I designed it, car and house. Because a car and a house do not report to your credit file unless you screw them up. They look at them, they qualify you, but they don't show up unless you screw them up pretty well. So I wanted to have house and car because there's a balance, revolving balance to enhance your score. That was why we wanted self-reporting. This telecom crap, your bill for $27 shows 100%. Your one for 60 shows 100%. Move that shit. It's ridiculous. You never want utility bills on a credit file, period. It's the stupidest thing people do all the time. Okay? PayPal can increase that limit. Okay, we can build this up and away. Here's a person, if they would listen, I can build into 750 in 60 days. But it's not even got credit to it. Hell, you need 100,000 of credit. Again, rebalancing, removing those two things you don't need, it's ridiculous. But again, it's up to you. Any problem, American Express or Chase? I need to know. 62.53. Okay, all right, what do we look at? No inquiries, good, but we have this collection crap. We have all this stuff at 14,000, 16,000, 18,000. I mean, who didn't you rip off? All right, that's all I'm looking at. I mean, these are creditors, you took the money. Okay, luckily they're not coming after you, and there's no debtor's prison anymore. So here's a million in the making. At least you get 100,000 in credit. That's good, because Jay's your specialist. I like that. Got to go around all that crap. We got to dissect every piece here and build you up and away and reduce the debt. Which one of these can we increase the limits? Increase or bring it down? That's the only choice you have. Now we have basically here it says you have Chase. I see Chase, but it says you screw American Express. A division of you will get around that as well. Again, let's go talk more about the game plan. That's 62.53. 62.57. 52.67, no problem. 57, no problem. We look at the things. It's a rapid. It's a rebuilt. Oh, 2 A's for the rapid. Okay, 20 or 5,000 of credit. 5,000 of credit's a starting point, but you need 25,000 to 100,000 in my opinion, but it's up to you. From here, we have an inquiry. I did it. It's my fault. It's all me. Okay? So what do we get to do? Let's understand. Let's go to the bottom here. So here we have an inquiry. All right, I guess I didn't do this one for the $1,000, and it's already maxed out. So again, we have a bankruptcy. Did you seal it? Again, you got the 3 on times. That's good. But then we have this, credit system, all these little shitty bills. Okay. Rapid can go around the crap. The inquiry could hurt us. We got to look at that. Did it crash rapid rescore? That 99% increased the limit or decreased the outstanding balance to 29%. We can push it to about 630, 640 in about 60 days, and we can go get some credit cards as well to balance your debt. Because right now you have one account, that's it, and it's jacked up. From here, that's 62.57. 62.59, okay, across the board in the 500s. We have no inquiries, please keep it that way. You have a collection, we're going to go around that. You have no revolving credit. I will pop you your first couple cards. You'll need 3 starters, and we build you up away bigger cards, if you allow me to. Again, your rebuild, you at least get 10,000. I'd increase that to $100,000 of credit. Again, that's what I would do right away. Any problem, American Express or Chase? 6097. All right, you're going up 1 point, 11 points, 1 point. Wow, not a lot, but it's going up a little bit. Okay. Here we only screwed up American Express. Damn. You screwed up Chase too. It's son of a biscuit. And you have no credit. Okay. The reality is, if you came to see me before you screwed it up, I could have showed you how to balance all that debt, even get in the Navy or some supply credit. So again, we have to go around that. The only way you get an American Express or Chase in the future is a division of you under a corporation. It's a rebuild, doesn't even get credit. Okay, no problem. We'll talk to Chris and figure out what's the goal. We go around all that stuff, not a problem. It doesn't say we build you any credit, so we need to know that as well. And you screwed up Chase and American Express. So what do? Starter cards, if you allow us to build it, and then we're supposed to build you credit, 3 starters, and then building more cards than that. See, we have to rebuild you. 5960. You have a Capital One collection. Don't be surprised to get you another Capital One while you're in collections. My dashboard does that all the time, but your score is going down, not up. So that collection hits you again, and you're at 43%. Make it 29%, and I guarantee you I'll get you up and away. You're a rebuild, a rapid rescore, and you're getting 5,000 in credit. No problem. Jake is your specialist. Talk to Jake, and make sure you tell us about American Express or Chase. 6098. You're going up by a couple points, not a big deal, but again, you're getting 10,000 in credit. That 10 should be 100,000, by the way. Chris is your specialist. Here we have an American Express inquiry. You did it on your own. That means you went after the gold or the clear. See, if you know how to use the dashboards correctly, gold and platinum, there's no damn inquiry. So you did this and got an inquiry. Congratulations. Okay. No problem. Again, you got a Chase in collections, and you have a Chase card over here. So we got to figure out, is it the same one or not? All right. Again, I got to figure out what's going on here. You show Chase in collections and Chase a good card. Again, what happens is they shut you down when you screw them all up. So there could be a typo somewhere there. So number 6098, we need to dissect you some more with your specialist. Your debt to ratio is not bad. That's actually kind of good. From here, what do? The goal is very simple. Your rapid ends on the 25th. And our goal is you're in the 616, 622s. You should go after 100,000 of credit. And the reality is, from here, we got to get around all that crap that just showed up again. And that's the problem. All right? If it's been there long enough, hidden again and again, we can seal it and go around it. So there's different ways to look at it. Any more problems, American Express or Chase? That Chase there and there makes no sense to me. One's in collection, one's not. Usually if one's in collection, they're all in collections. Again, we got to ask some more questions. Again, you should have 100,000 of credit coming to you. So the goal is, as we go through the overviews and the things we offer to you today, because you have to rebuild you, we're going to do that, help you and guide you every step of the way. Our teams of people will help you. From there, what are you going to do next? You see, you're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. None of us are. You're 35 to 75 years old. If we put it in place and look at rules and tools and know what we're talking about now, what do we get to do? If you like what you heard today, please take a picture, Google a good review. If you don't like me, please leave me alone. It's pretty simple that way. I always tell it like it is. If you want to be invited to the real estate class tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, take a picture here. All right, scan it. Later today, click it and say yes. We'll send you an invitation. People have paid up to $1,000 for that 2-hour class. Again, it's up to you. From there, if you need shared office space, we don't do shared office space. We lease you 12 feet at a time. So it's not classified as shared office. You can say it's your own location. That way you can build credit to it as well. Kind of fun stuff. All right, if you need to understand more about corporation, that's why we have 5 classes tomorrow. It's a legal person. It's right there in Chapter 18. Now, I like the fact that I got clients all over the place helping people all these years. Very simple. But what happens with us is simple. Credit repair is still a fraud. Sorry to say, but it's true. So repair, sorry, I don't like it. Don't like the word because it's not broken. But the reality is it says it's against the law, Federal Trade Commission. So if it helps you, great, fantastic if it works. Usually it goes off and on like a yo-yo and it doesn't really work because they never seal the record. The credit repair. Now again, got clients out there saying they're rich. They're not rich. I want to correct their mistake. They're saying they're rich, so corporations are rich. If you say you're rich, the IRS can say you might as well just pierce your veil and pay tax. So again, corporations are rich. They're puppet masters, in my opinion. From there, do you want to be a millionaire corporation or a millionaire? Hopefully you say millionaire corporation. This means you'll want 9 locations and 9 basically divisions. That'll be 18 for 9 lines of credit, 9 locations of something. 18 divisions creates up to $100,000 a month, and that's the ultimate goal. As I told you and showed you about Linda, what it took so long to put it together. By the time she was done, 1 year and 210 days. But that's $6.4 million, okay? And her new project's about $27 million project. And she started with $1,999, 26 bucks a month on a credit card. Again, you can always finance your way. Take a picture. You'll hear her tell you, I made her a millionaire 5 times. That's the goal. As we play, keep in mind about real estate. If we're going to do something like a fourplex or apartment complex, your ultimate goal is very simple. All right, a division should buy the apartment building. You'll need 2 divisions, and you'll need 125 subdivisions. Your goal is to convert them and split deed them, and then become the bank for up to 30 years. That can create you up to $126,000 a month on a business, an apartment complex, if you want that kind of money. But again, it's like this one. Okay, no problem. They want $3 million. We're going to offer 10% down. They do a carryback. All right. Now we have a positive cash flow. From here, we got $13,000 a month. But again, that's not really enough. So let's dissect it. Let's split deed the units and become the bank. Being the bank, if there's an art to doing that, it makes more sense because it increases it to $76,800 a month. My guarantee is to get you $5,000 to $10,000 in the beginning. That's what you should always focus on. You can get a lot more, but the reality is it's a lot more work to do it. Based on Wendy's storage unit, fourplex, apartment complex. Division process. I invented it, I created the dashboards that allows history, name of a person, a corporation, or anything else you're trying to do. And a division is usually $1,000, adding history and experience changing an Equifax and building out the credit bureaus as well. It's kind of fun. But again, take your picture. The office will give you 3 for $9.99 today. No problem at all. Or 9 or even 12. If you did it before I'm done talking in the next couple minutes, I'm going to give you 9 for $9.99. I'm going to think about, okay, 9, 18, 36, 72. Because that's what you're going to need for projects next year, and they need to be filed now. We don't care what they're named. We're going to change the names the way we position them anyway. If you do this today, I say Zelle only, and what happens when you get a Zelle? It's a 10% discount. If you need to use a card, you call the office. You need subdivisions, there you go as well. I have a solution for all the problems you might have. We have to rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. You need 100 subdivisions, no problem. It's $4,000 for that too. You decide how many divisions you need. It's a Zelle. It's a now. And the reality is there's that phone number at the office, 800-254-9506. The goal is to hold your hand every step of the way. I didn't want to just help you this, and that. I want to do it all, if you allow me to. 100,000 of credit for everybody. Simple. It's $5,000 today. 200,000 of credit today is $6,000. Okay, as I build it for you and your corporation. But that's more of a discount than normally they give. So again, if you Zelle, it's 10% discount. But again, there's that Zelle, and you call the office right away. Simple. We want to give you answers to the solutions that you need, and that's the step of the way, is give you solutions for those answers you have questions for. As we want the Puppet Master show, to me it's always a Puppet Master club, because what happens is when you get to that $100,000 mark, we're going to regroup with other people to do $100 million a year. And that's the ultimate goal for anybody, I would think. In the beginning, if you get it to the 5 to 10, you're not in the Puppet Master Club. You got to get to that $100,000 mark. 2 buildings, 2 cars, it's 1,013 divisions. Made a lot of dollars. Boring and steady is what I've been saying for 49 years. I hope and pray you took a picture of that today. It should be print in color and laminated. It should be your screensaver on your phone and computer and your refrigerator and your desk at work. That's what you should have focused on a long time ago. If we build you credit, that's why I want to push these people to get $100,000 of credit. They think I just want to sell. No. I want you to use that 25% of that credit into an escrow. I need you to get into a damn escrow. So it's not just because I want you to get the credit or the divisions. I want to make you sure you understand how to play the game. You're going to have a 4A division. I'm going to have 4, and other people are going to B and C. What do? We own a piece of something. That's how you get up to the $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Simple to do. When you partner with me and you want the $200,000 of credit and all the pieces, no problem. Normally $45,000. Today is 20 grand if it's done today, and you get the summit on recording that we did 3 weeks ago. If you don't need all the goodies, you do it for the 10,000. Okay, very simple. You see, when you put something off, it never happens. So the 10,000, you get the 3-day summit. But again, opportunity, 3 months at a time. Sign up for 3 months. Let's build credit as we were doing the 3 months so it can pay for the next 3 months, on and on. Let it pay for itself and create debt offset taxes. And that's the ultimate goal for it all. If all you want is the 3-day summit in the books, no problem. It's $9.99. There you go. Books by themselves are $7.99. It's a Zelle, or you call the office right away, 800-254-9506. Our goal is to hold your hand every step of the way. I've been online or in person for 49 years, helping people 6 days a week, literally. So if you want me to coach your current business, I'll do that in a 3, 6, or 12-month program. Our ultimate goal is like anything else. In the future, you're going to look at Stellar Bank, Chase, and you're going to look at Basic American Express. They, on their dashboard, will tell you, would you like 99 more cards? And then that's crazy. They'll offer you a blueprint loan for $250,000. A blueprint loan for $250,000. Okay, David got $240,000, Carrie got $210,000. That means you should take that, it turns into an installment note and maybe a project or two at the same time, but it's up to you. So you can break it down into different times and terms you want. You actually become the bank. It's an opportunity. When I connect, listen carefully, if you don't have 30 transactions per month in your bank account for business, and I have those plenty of thousands of them, and you can't show 100,000 plus a month, and I show millions of dollars, if you partner with me, I can use my accounts with you and for you if you want. But we need an agreement. If I use my accounts to help verify you, and we become partners in that program, all right, I charge $5,000 to do that in most cases. Okay? Today, during this webinar only, all right, that setup is $2,000. It's a giveaway. $2,000 today. If and when I get you that card, that line of credit to $250, I charge you 10%, but I never charge that until you're after an escrow. I can't set you up to fail. I need you to win because I want to do this again and again. The fast track is me building cards into my divisions and corps and basically getting it back for you on the other side. In essence, we could actually get 2 of these simultaneously. And normally it's $5,000 for that too. Today it is $2 grand if you did that one as well. But you have to do the blueprint loan and then the fast track one. If you want to do both, it's 4. If you only want to do 1, it's 2. That's how it works. It's a Zelle. It's called the office right away, 800-254-9506. The ultimate goal. See, today, there's a lot of things you heard today, a lot, and you got to hear it again and again. You have the opportunity tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. all through the day to work with me on live webinars and classes. And I'll answer your questions too. Help me, help you, and help other people. If you put people in the system as your referral, you get 10% Zelle, check, or even store credit. I'm going to tell you all the time, look beyond the curtain. Please look beyond the curtain. All right, I just thought that grown-ups were stupid when I was a kid. I grew up and I realized they were stupid. I'm sorry. That's how it is. For me, I'm going to do my best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. The ultimate goes for all of us. So today, I hope and I pray you learn some things. All right, and I hope you keep listening and learning. And, you know, I don't want to offend anybody. I'm pushy and I'm direct. And that's just me. I'm not going to change, but I'm going to ask God to always forgive what I say because I don't want to offend anybody. But I'm just going to be right to the point. I've helped 50 million people so far. If you want to be next, you call 800-254-9506. That's the ultimate goal. And if you want, I'll rebuild anybody. If the devil showed up today, I'd rebuild him. That's just the way it is. The ultimate goal is we can help everybody. So I hope you show it tomorrow in all the classes, and we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.